G, fool, recognize.
Yo, what's going on, boys and girls? I'm gonna go get my safety done and drop it off the bike garbage can. It's so windy today, it's insane. It's insanely windy. Where the fuck is our garbage can? What the fuck? That's the lid, but this isn't the lid for this. This isn't the lid for that. Are you kidding me? Is that our garbage can? That's fucked up. It was my garbage can. Oh my goodness. What are the chances of that, son? Just left my bike in the middle of the road. That's not good. Oh yeah, that's definitely our garbage can. That's pretty freaking weird. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm gonna go do my safety. I got my used vehicle information package done. Selling my bike to a subscriber. Now I'm just gonna go do the safety real quick. He's gonna give me a certificate because this bike is all good. And then I guess in 2 hours from now, or maybe an hour from now, I'm gonna drop it off at his house. He gives me that moolah, that cash money, and I take that moolah and I take that moolah. That's all I do, baby. Me and Riding Rubber filmed the goodbye video, and the guy said it was cool for me to go check out the bike. A CBR 600 red, 2006, 20,000 kilometers. So I was like, yo, Riding Rubber, you want to fly by with me and we'll go check out the bike? He was like, yeah, sure, why not? So we go back to my house. He gets some yogurt because he loves yogurt, he told me. And he gets some yogurt with a big ass spoon, and we print off the directions. We print off like a little contract for the guy to sign to make sure to like show that I gave him deposit and it's fully refundable if he decides to sell it to someone else and all that good stuff. So we're driving. Our GPS fucks up and takes us like around the whole city. Then I'm like, shit, I forgot the money for the deposit. We GPS it to the bank near his house because I forgot to get the money. And the GPS says the closest bank is like 6 kilometers away. So we're going, and it just keeps taking us in circles in random places, and we just couldn't find the freaking bank. So then we finally find the bank. We go to the guy's house, text him, said he's coming out, so we're waiting for him. And the area looks decent, kind of ghetto, kind of not, I don't know, whatever. So we're going. The guy comes out, and he just looks not shaven. He looks sketchy as hell, like scars on his face. I was like, yo, we're gonna get jumped. And Riding Rubber was like, yo, I was scared because the guy had his hand in his pocket the whole time. Maybe he's gonna whip something. This wind is annoying. Maybe he's gonna whip something out and like try to rob us and shit because I have my deposit money in my pocket, you know. But nothing happened. The guy's like, yeah, come. We go into like some ghetto ass shed with like some lock and some wooden door that's like half open, and the bike's there, right? But the thing is, when I first saw the bike, I was like, yo, this guy knew we were coming out, and he was already on a ride right before we came over. So the bike, he could have just left it outside. So why is it in the shed all in the dark? Like, he could have left it in the driveway for a couple of minutes while we checked it out. So that kind of sketched me out at first. But I didn't really think nothing of it. I was like, all right, whatever, we'll just go in the shed. And the guy's like, yeah, man, I warmed the bike all up for you. It's nice and started. And I'm like, well, I kind of wanted to see how it starts cold, because, you know, I wanted to see if it had any problem starting. I'm like, whatever. The guy starts it. He shows off and revs the 600. He's like, I was like, yeah, it sounds sexy, but can it perform sexy too? So, sorry, my nose is running because it's super cold. It's my last day on this freaking bike. I'm sad and I'm happy because it's way too cold, baby. It's way too cold. So The guy's showing the bikes. He's showing me the scratches. He said it was minimal scratches, but me and riding rubber look at the scratches, and it really looks like he dropped the bike while moving. He said he just dropped it while parked, but he dropped it while moving because the scratches were like, it's noticeable. Like, the scratches are bad. The whole front right here, the whole front on the right side was painted over with red paint, and it just looked so just ghetto and really bad. So I was like, you know what, cosmetically I don't really give a shit. So I was like, you know what, fine. The back tire was on the stand, so I put the bike in neutral. Then I put the bike in first, and I started pulling the throttle. Everything's good. It's going. I was like, you know what? Let's try the left signal. Oh, the high beams. I turned the high beams on. It's working. The back brakes, the front brakes, they're working. The lights lighting up. I do the right left signal. He didn't mention this. It doesn't fucking work. And I was like, yo, you notice something? Like, I went left, right. They're not blinking. Even on here, they weren't blinking. And he's like, oh man, I don't know what happened. It was working for me when I was out today. I don't know what the hell happened. The girl checked it out yesterday. It was working for her. I don't know what happened. And I was like, okay. He's like, but don't worry, man. It's an easy fix. I know exactly what's wrong. I'll fix it in no time. No problem. I was like, man, you're wasting my time now because you're just not even mentioning shit that's wrong with the bike. I was like, whatever. You know what? Let's get down to the business. Let's get down to the main business. And give me goddamn ownership so I can match the VIN number to the bike. This guy gives me the ownership. I know his name, by the way. This guy gives me the ownership. I look at it, and first of all, the address on it is not the address that I met him at, which is his house, and the bike is like parked there. And then the name, some completely different fucking dude. And I was like, yo, this isn't your name. Like, whose name is it? He's like, oh, it's the previous owner. I didn't register the bike yet. And I was like, you didn't register the bike yet, and you're trying to sell me the bike? What the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you? And then he's like, yeah, man, it's not registered because I don't have plates. I ride on fake plates, and I don't have insurance. And like, if a cop tries to stop me, I don't stop for the cop. I just take off. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, yo, honestly, you're the fucking, you should be hired as a fucking salesperson for Microsoft or some bullshit like that, because you can sell a bunch of shit. Like, you're telling me you have no ownership, or you're not registered under the bike, you don't have a license, you're fake license, and you're telling me you want to sell me the bike? Like, what are you trying to, like, are you stupid? What's wrong with you, man? And I told him, I was like, yo, honestly, from my point of view, how the fuck do you think this looks like, this deal? Like, do you think it's a legit, like, would you think it was a legit deal if that was you? Bike's not registered and all that stupid. I was so pissed and just angry because he's just wasting my time. And he's like, and he's trying to act like proud and cool because he runs away from the cops and shit. He's like, yeah, man, look at the back of the plate, look at the front of the plate, the numbers don't match. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking awesome, thanks for telling me, man. Now I really don't want this bike. And then he's like, yeah, man, I topped the bike at 293. It took me like 5 minutes just to go like 3 kilometers more. And I was like, another fucking reason why I don't want this bike. Thank you for telling me you pushed this bike to the fucking limit and like basically redlined it for fucking 5 minutes. You're the fucking most amazing person in the world. Please be my best friend. So that happened. I was so freaking pissed. And then he's like, but don't worry, man, don't worry. First I told him, get the safety done. Fix the signals, because without the signals you won't be able to do the safety. Get that shit done. Get the ownership done. Get the used vehicle information package done. I want to see your name on it and the previous owners. So this guy sends that to me today. Says there was only one previous owner before him. There's like 6 other ones from around like fucking Canada. I was like, alright, you are a freaking liar. This guy sends me the ownership picture like through the phone today, but it looks so sketchy and not real. Like, I'm not even going through with the deal because that's just retarded. That happened, and then he's like, yeah, but for the safety, don't worry about the safety because I have a buddy that owns a garage ahead and he'll do the safety for me. And I was like, alright, that's it, 3 strikes, you're out. You're telling me you have a friend that'll do your safety for the bike I want to buy from you? So even if your bike is fucked up, your friend is just gonna write you a safety and write it off and give you a certificate or whatever the fuck they give you, and that's it. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And that really pissed me off. That whole day was just a waste of time going there, because this guy didn't tell me 90% of the shit I asked about. Didn't bother telling me anything about it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I was like, you know what? Get the ownership done, get the UVIP done, get the safety done, get the blinkers done. Then text me, call me, and I will come and I will check the bike out. And I am not giving you a deposit until that is done. And I was like, you are doing it at a Honda dealership, because otherwise I am not buying this bike. I want to see a Honda dealership certificate. I want to see a Honda dealership receipt. And that is how the fuck it's going to happen. And he's like, yo, but I don't want to pay. It's like $50 more, man. I was like, if it's $50 more, which I doubt it is, then I'll fucking pay the $50 difference. He goes, all right, I'll do it. So now this guy texts me, says, here's the ownership. He didn't send me he sent me the ownership and the UVIP, but he didn't do the safety test yet, or the blinkers. And he's just like, you give me the money for the deposit and then I'll do the safety and blinkers. And my answer was no. No, are you freaking stupid? What street am I supposed to turn at? I think I might have missed it. Nah, we're good. So yeah, that was my experience, and I left with Riding Rubber, and we're just like, yo, this guy was sketchy as fuck. This guy came from like a dark little corner from the basement or whatever, out of nowhere, with like fucked up hair and just dumb shit. He's like, yeah, bro, I run away from the cops, I speed, I pushed it to 293, man, and buy my bike. What? Buy your bike? Man, I was so disappointed. The bike looked nice, I'm not gonna lie, it looked nice, minus for the scratches and paint and bullshit. But I am not wasting my time and risking it. That's a risk for me to even buy. So I'm flopping on that deal. And that's my experience on checking out a goddamn 600 RR. I will post a picture for you guys, so if any of you are interested in buying that bike, make sure it's not the same exact one, because that'll mess you up. So here's the picture. Please don't buy or even go check this out, because this is a waste of time. This guy's in Toronto. It's just a complete waste of time. So that's my story about the bike thingy. I'm still looking for bikes. I've seen a couple. I want to see a couple. I've seen another bike and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for listening to my rant. I'm very annoyed at this guy. I even told him my YouTube thing. I was like, yeah, man, I do YouTube. If you want to check me out, Rubber too. Like, he's like, I probably stuttered that word or just fucked it up. Riding Rubber told him his account too, and I was like, yeah, man, check me out, 6'4" Honda. And if he checks me out and sees this video, he's gonna feel like a fucking idiot, because he is. Oh my god, man, this guy's the dumbest. I don't know, whatever. Shout out to the guy that tried to like jip me and not tell me any of the problems, and like, he's lied about so many things. What makes me think he's not gonna lie about more? You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't feel safe buying that bike, and I'm not gonna buy that bike unless he offers like $3,000 for it. Then I'll be like, yo, I'll take it off your hands, man, whatever. But he wanted $4,500 cash, and I'm just not doing that. I gave my girlfriend the money back, and she let me borrow the money, the $500. Thank you very much. I love you. And that's what's gonna happen, boys. Well, that's what's not gonna happen, boys. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the view and the like or the dislike and the comment and the share and all that good stuff. And the bike is now going to get safetied and sold. Shout out to the subscriber that's buying it. I don't know if you want your name public, and I don't know if you want anything public about you, so I ain't saying shit. And that's what's up. My hands are frozen. I'm wearing 2 pairs of gloves, long johns, a sweater, a long sleeve shirt, a t-shirt, a jacket, a helmet, socks and shoes. I'm wearing my football socks that go up to my knees because it's fucking cold. Oh man. No speeding. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Later.